What's going on, everyone? Welcome to Rumble's Fish Room. So, a little bit of a disappointment today. I got myself some Rumble's Fish Room shirts. Partially my fault. The front logo is way too small. As you guys know, I've recently changed my logo. This was the sole reason why, because I knew this logo would come up shit on a shirt, and it has. It'll do for now. How do I show you the back? I need the tripod. I'll show you the back in a second. In other news, but I'm putting big dollars into this channel to show you guys how to get the best out of your airlifts. Really investing the money, you know. I'll show you what I bought. Alright guys, alright. I'm pulling your leg. We've got some Airstones. I'm trying these out. I can't remember how much they were, like $2 each or something. They're the Zis Airstones, the plastic ones. The ceramic ones tend to get clogged up when you use them in airlifts because of the debris passing by them. And I've got some 25 to 30 mil reducers, and I'll show you what I'm going to do with these. So our goal today is to try and get this airlift to not spill over the edge. Now, I do need to cut the drain pipe down so the water isn't like 10 mil off the top, but also I'm going to put these Airstones in here, but I didn't want the Airstones taking up like 40% of the actual pipe, so I'm going to put that expansion on the bottom there. So let's do that. So at the moment they're just a barb fitting going straight into the pipe, which creates big bubbles, which is my issue. So I've put the Airstone just on an airline, and so far not impressed at all. Look how big those bubbles are. Take that off. Look at those bubbles. We're not really reducing the bubble size very much. This annoys me. I've already had a pretty rough day, and now it looks like these are going to be shit. But we'll carry on with these, and at least the pipes will be designed to hold them. So step one, we need to cut our lifts down. Don't try this at home, kids. This blade is not designed for PVC. I really strongly don't recommend you do this. I'm a trained professional. Alright, so next step. So now I'm trying to kind of think of how to mount this. I think I want that in there pretty much on the side. So I might actually cable tie it. I'll drill 2 holes here to get a cable tie through. Alright, so what we're going to do, for starters, I want to drill a hole in the top of this. So now our airline can go down. It's just way neater. That hole's perfect. So that airline goes down there. Now we need to drill this. This is going to be the tough part. Alright, so there's our 2 holes. for our cable tie. Then airstone goes there. Put that on. So now, keeping in mind guys, I am going to look at getting different airstones because these ones so far don't look like they're going to do what I want them to do. But hey, that's part of learning and ordering stuff online, is sometimes you just don't know what's going to come. I'm not a huge fan of this. Some of you are going to like have a go at me for saying that, but I've always thought this to be overpriced, and that's about it, overpriced. I've heard mixed review about their tumblers. I am actually getting one of their tumblers tomorrow to make up my own opinion on that point. Alright, so that's cable tied off to the side there. So my idea of putting it in here was it doesn't obstruct the pipe, so to maximise flow. Alright, so there's my airlift. Hose comes out the top, much better than my last ones. The hose was coming out the back and I used to get the nets caught in it. Alright, so I'm going to build the other one and get back to you guys. Alright guys, so we're going to put these pipes in. That sponge there is probably due for a clean, but I'm not going to do it right now. Let's just get these tested out. So I need to get some taps actually. I'm going to put taps on these. I'll be back in a sec. So I don't use aquarium taps guys, I just use the Bunnings ones. They don't fully close, so if you're after taps that fully close to zero, the Bunnings ones are no good for you. But if you're after taps to just control flow, they're good enough. So let's get this working. I don't know guys. How much water that is. It's probably a bit excessive for a 3-foot tank to have two of these. So where am I going to go from here? So the plan is, I don't really know, just turn them down I guess a bit. I think one of my main problems is, can you guys see my hand yet? So the air comes up and builds up in this corner here, and then it pops out as big bubbles. So I don't really think I'm going to eliminate that with Airstones. Let's see if we can get this camera closer. Alright, so what I was about to say is flawed guys. The bubbles are just generally big. We're going to have to get different Airstones. Part of me wants to say, I don't want to say that this is shit, but I don't know. Actually, I might have an Airstone we can try. Hold up. Alright guys, I cut the drain pipe down, and I'm just going to have to settle for that for now. I will look at trying some different Airstones. I thought I had some here, but it turns out I don't. I don't know if you guys are aware, know of the ones, the colourful ones. They're also a plastic Airstone. I'm going to give them a go. I think Aquatics Aquariums has them, so I might try pick some up this weekend. And so, as you guys know, my task at the moment is to try and get dry floors. I've missed a huge thing here. These two tanks here, they just drain onto the ground. There's no pipe into the return line or the waste line pipe there. So that's not too bad because there is a drain underneath there and one there, but that's a huge contributing factor. So there's a little bit of water here. I've yet to figure out what that's from. The water around here and there is from those two tanks. That window there doesn't leak, I'm pretty sure. This window and this window leak. That's another contributing factor. And also this tank here leaks. Now you guys might be like, oh yeah, why haven't you fixed those leaks yet? But automatic water changes has made me very complacent with leaking tanks, because leaking tanks don't drain when they're getting water changed 3 times a day. All our tumblers are full, guys. I gotta empty them. Look at that one. If you're gonna buy tumblers, my recommendation is the 2-inch ones. The 1-inch ones, not a fan. I bought them because they were cheaper, but my favourite, if I was going to do this again, I would go 2-inch tumbler with the full airlift pipe, but cut down shorter like that. So that tall there, but that tall there. Combination between them. These are too tall. They're annoying. I can't, if I want to get like something out of the bottom, I can't reach my finger in them. That's my reason for wanting to cut them down. Dimmy comps are cranking, which I'm stoked about because I want a fresh colony of them. You guys know the story behind that. But yeah, so if you're thinking about buying these Airstones, don't, to put it simply. Obviously, they still have their uses, but I feel like an Airstone should be a fine bubble. If you want a coarse bubble, just an air pipe without anything on the end is perfectly fine. It's pretty crazy when a sponge filter is blowing out finer bubbles than an Airstone. That doesn't make sense. I'm going to wrap today's video up there, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Besides the shit shirts and the shit Airstones, I guess now I've told you guys don't buy those Airstones. It's still a productive video, isn't it? Those who didn't know much about airlifts, I feel like I showed that more in detail and how they work and how simple they are. Key word here is simple. Everything in this room is simple. Yeah, it's over-engineered but simple. So we'll take away, don't buy those Airstones. I'm going to get some of the colourful ones and we'll try them out next week. Maybe even this weekend I might go see Matia at Aquatics. I know they stock them. I'll see you tomorrow, guys. Don't forget to hit subscribe if I remember to put it there.